Will Claire get called a witch again? Probably. Will someone try to burn her at the stake again? Probably. Hi, welcome back to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra and this is Ken.
Hi.
And we've got Panda with us today. There's many pandas, but this is the one that's going to hang with us today. So, we're back with Outlander Season 6, Episode 2. We're pretty behind. We're 2 weeks behind, actually, but hopefully people won't mind too much. There's not that many episodes in this season. They're just made them longer and apparently are going to make, I don't know, this is the rumor I heard, they're going to make other seasons quicker. I'm not sure what's going on, but I've been slowly keeping up with the book, and I recognize quite a few things right off the bat. We're very similar, like the Indian agent, but the weird part is, in the book, Tom Christie doesn't seem to be a problem. He's living there, and he's helping to get the Protestant people, the fish people, because they're fishers, right? The same as in the show, fishermen. But as far as I am in the book, nothing has come of it. They mention another guy who's like a wacko Protestant dude. So it could be that they just put Tom Christie into that. They merged the characters. They've done that before, many times.
Standard stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, last time, basically, Fergus was a drunk jerk who may be abusing Marsali at this point. We're not too happy about that. Tom Christie has decided that God is the overseer of all law, even though Jamie said, this is my land, and what I say goes. Christie was like, no, what God says goes. Well, how do you know what God says, Tom Christie? What, does he speak to you directly? Like, seriously. And then they were going to make like a church in the school, but they couldn't even build a cabin, so that was a problem. And Christie's daughter seems a little wackadoo, but the son stole stuff from the Browns. Thanks a lot, dude. The Browns are horrible people, as we know from last season, which the story is going to happen in the book I'm reading now, because Lionel is still alive in the book, because they told me that storyline was from Breath of Snow and Ashes and not Fiery Cross. Anyway, the whole Claire rape scenario. So that hasn't happened in the book yet, but it will. I know it's coming. So the Browns decided they were in charge, and then and have created this like gang of like safety watchers. And Jamie decided that if they were going to make the brown guy the Indian agent, no, that wasn't going to work for him. Meanwhile, we have some suspicious fires going on around the land. And the Browns are blaming the Indians, and the Indians are, well, we'll probably get to the point where they'll say it's not us, because I'm pretty sure it's not them either.
Because I'm pretty sure it's the ones involved in the protection racket that are, in the middle of this problem.
Who's going to pay for protection?
Yeah, when there's no threat.
When there's no threat.
So we have to create a threat.
So then you pay, and if you don't pay, we burn your house down.
Nice house you got here. Shame if something happened to it.
Yes. So yeah, and in the book, Stephen Bonnet is still alive. They're just getting into that now, where they found him and he came with a coin and everything. So but I hadn't remembered either.
He's plenty deed.
He's dead in season 6. Yeah, he doesn't exist. Lionel doesn't exist. So I'm a bit in a crossroads between 2 books and different seasons. But anyway, let's see if anyone left any comments for me on my YouTube page. So Rosalva Cardiel, if that's wrong, correct us. Really enjoyed your review of the episode. Thank you. Looking forward to the next one. Regarding the 8-episode season, the remaining 4 episodes will be added onto season 7, which will have 16 episodes.
Okay.
They couldn't finish it because Katrina was pregnant, and they had very strict COVID protocols. Yes, that's where I read that. I read your comment, and that's where what I was talking about earlier. Yes, they're going to add it on to season 7. Thank you for that information. I forgot that Katrina did have a baby while this was all going on. And, you know, since she's a main character, it's pretty hard to hide her the entire time. It's been done, but, you know, and they can't just add a baby in, which also has been done in certain shows. Yeah, so thank you for liking our review. We're a little bit behind, but we're finishing up 2 shows, so we'll be able to catch up very soon. So hopefully you won't mind the big stretches between all of our reviews. So, without any further ado, let's get busy and watch this episode.
I can't promise it. Wado, thank you.
Thanks for being honest.
For your honesty.
There you go. That's schoolhouse.
Church.
Don't they use churches for schoolhouses? Like they did in Little House on the Prairie.
Then I'm sure you will be familiar with a letter from St. Paul to Timothy in which he says,
"Better women learn in silence. I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence."
Well, let's
Clearly,
just...
St. Paul also met a woman
Not
who
a big
couldn't out-argue.
fan of
No,
St. Paul.
better to put a stopper on the entire sex than to win your point fairly.
He just told you in biblical terms to be quiet. He just
How's your
smacked
back?
you.
If you'd like to accompany me in the morning, my daughter Marsali is with child and I'm going to examine her. You might find it interesting.
Mother has duties to attend to at home.
Or perhaps another time.
You're gonna get in trouble for taking the Bible thumping girl and putting ideas in her head.
That would be a problem.
To them. What do they think I am? Chris!
I'm going to anything at him. Again, you're the king's agent. One of the lasses, well, she's disappointed because you have a very nice,
Firearm.
Forget it.
This is kind of the well.
Sorry, I did knock, but... Mother, come in.
Christie's gonna be mad.
I've noticed some more bruising. No, I fail, is all.
No, you didn't.
Chasing after you, of course.
Dr. Rollins.
What, you're gonna do it right now? Dude!
Severe PTSD.
Yes. Which is completely understandable. But this is not cool. She keeps trying to put herself to sleep.
what's that?
White phosphorus.
Oh dear.
Yep.
What are you
It's
playing with
not
that for?
explosive.
See
No.
that too.
Welcome home, Mr. Fritz.
I don't think that's what she was there for.
I missed this, hasn't I?
Oh no!
What?
I missed you.
Now,
How did I not tell you I've missed you?
I think it was pretty obviously what he wanted when he ran in the house.
why don't you show me exactly what...
Uncle, Major McDonald's coming.
But at least you fit that in before the major showed up. Before he sends you somewhere else.
And blessedness of
Oh,
eternity.
she's awake.
She's not dead.
Here to us now to comfort.
Here.
What devilry is this?
Pulse is weak.
It's not devilry. What, are you gonna insist on killing her?
Do you not know that you stand before God?
As do you.
I'm afraid you're closer. Conditions temporary.
That was unexpected. She's alive. Oh, she did again. She gonna wake up again? Really?
Redo the sermon over
I
again?
don't know, man. I'm sure I'd want to bury her so quickly. I want to make sure she's dead this time.
We have some exciting news. You're with child. Oh, what an empty breather. I'm very happy for you both.
A toast.
Damn it, Lizzie!
Not with
No,
child.
stop. No, I'm not with child. I was asked to never darken the doors of the church again.
What?
Apparently, due to Mrs. Wilson's rising from the dead, some of the new settlers think that I am a witch.
Again?
And that doesn't bother you? It's not as if it's the first time I've heard it. Martha, thank you for coming. If you're truly interested in helping me, then tonight's the night. I'm pleased to be here, mistress.
We're flirting with disaster here. You think you're a witch and you have the...
And you're about to do something unnatural.
Yeah, that's not good. You've been down this road before. Okay, Fergus.
That time you got your ass back to your house.
Roger, get him.
What in God's name are you playing at? Your wife's in the big house having your child.
So for tonight, pull yourself together and be the man that Marsali thinks you are, the man that you promised her you'd be.
Go, Roger, go.
Even if you have to pretend.
Was the cat there? Yeah, leave the cat.
If I am to die, don't be letting Mistress Fraser be doing any autopsies on me.
I've done it before. It helps. When Joan came.
I think I'll give you both
Leave
some
the room
privacy.
now.
Okay. Don't cover your eyes, Penny. It's alive!
Big fat head came out.
Fathead kid.
Good job, Fergus. Finally did the right thing. What's wrong?
Fergus. Fergus.
What?
What does he say?
What's he upset about?
Oh, what does that mean?
Does the baby have a deficiency? Is something wrong with her?
Means he's a dwarf.
Oh.
But he's perfectly healthy.
That's why he had a big head. Oh.
He's beautiful.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
Did you convey my request for guns to your king?
Yeah.
Decided against it.
Why did you not convey my request?
Just trust me. It's for the best. Thought you were intending on building a cabin here. I didn't say anything before. Out of respect for Mistress Wilson.
As I told your son-in-law, a man must build a house for God before he builds one for himself.
Alright.
You won't have forgotten your Freemason's vow, will you?
No.
Then let this be a meeting house. Neither Protestant nor Catholic. A place where every man, woman and child may enter freely. With God in their arms.
Oh no.
Every man, woman, and child.
Aye, my wife too, Tom.
She's not a witch.
If I hear of anyone accusing her of witchcraft again,
How come for you? You're mine.
I suppose you'll have me bring down the steeple then. You have the same dark soul as your mother.
That's not
You know
cool.
what became of her?
What did become of her? Oh no! You're gonna hit her?
Stand up!
She didn't do anything wrong, dude. You were the one that dumped the milk.
I didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Lift your skirts.
Lift your skirt? What, are you gonna do her bear bomb?
Your hand doesn't work.
Right.
Damn hand! Damn hand!
Smirk.
Take that look off your face.
No. Oh, again.
I had the child.
Oh. Oh, great.
Mr. Christie, what brings you here?
Maybe you can fix my hand.
Good cookies.
My hand is worse. It's preventing me from
Smacking my
writing
kids.
and,
You decided to pass along Chief Bird's request for weapons.
more than that,
That's what made you change your mind.
Ian.
he had a child. He fights for them because they are his family.
Alright, episode 2. That had some pretty good moments in it. That's for sure. A lot of it from the book right off the bat. We had the, what parts from the book? Definitely the part where she ranks the things he says. That was in the book. The two ladies coming into the tent was in the book. Quite a few of the things at the very beginning were reminiscent of things in the book. So we had Brianna creating matches. Nobody really cared. Which was sad. She felt like she had no actual like purpose. Because nobody cared that she made something. Which wasn't true. Everyone in her family cared. Roger had to give like a funeral sermon, but the chick wasn't really dead. Then she did die. I think it was Tremaine she had with her. Not Jemmy. That's the dark-haired one was with her that time. That was the one that figured out that was an alive woman. So that was interesting. Marsali had her baby finally, but not before Fergus came, and there was some interesting moves made by Fergus to help her get through her pregnancy, which he learned in the whorehouse.
Yeah, this was definitely not the Lamaze class that I was expecting.
Woo! So he was there until he realized his new baby was a dwarf, and then he took off.
Yep.
But Marsali was fine with the baby, and Fergus needs to shape up. Roger gave him a good verbal assault, and then took his booze away from him. And that was long enough for, Marsali to be able to have her baby, but then he ran off again. So I don't know what his deal is. Marsali did admit that the reason Fergus is like that is because he wasn't there when she and Claire were attacked, and neither was Jamie. And that's not something you can actually, fix. That's the past, and it's done. But meanwhile, there was a lot of Jamie went to visit the Cherokee Nation group that he saw, and they wanted guns and stuff. That's from the book as well. But he decided not to tell the governor about that. And the Cherokee did not take kindly to him not saying what they wanted, when Ian was like, no, you should say that. So, Ian was there kind of like the translator and the go-between, as he has lived with Indians before. And yeah, that was an interesting section. But the problem is that Jamie's trying to decipher where each of these nations lie in the coming war.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know if he's arming people to fight against him, like himself, or if he's helping them, and then Ian asked Brianna, what is
Why no one's asking Roger? I don't know.
Someone should ask Roger. In the book, Jamie goes to ask Roger exactly that.
Yeah, so that makes absolute sense. He's a history professor.
Well, Roger wasn't at home. He was off doing something. I can't remember what it was, but Jamie goes to ask him before he goes to visit the Indian group what the future holds.
This is a plot hole.
No one is asking Roger. They should be, because he probably knows. But Brianna tells Ian the basic truth that, no, nothing looks good for any of the native people. They are going to have their land taken away, and they're going to be treated horribly. And even beyond that, she was like, I don't have anything good to tell you. So Ian was all like, he was going to go and, he was very upset that Jamie didn't ask for guns and stuff. But after Jamie overheard Ian telling Marsali that he'd had a child, he realized that Ian's stake in this was much higher than he previously thought. So this is the future of his own child that he's looking at. So Jamie was like, I'm going to ask the governor, and wrote him a letter, because Ian is his family, and if the Mohawk are his family, then he needs to think of them as one unit, not separate. So, there was no definite knowledge of exactly which side each of the bands is on, and I think that's true. I mean, I only know Canadian history. I don't know American Revolutionary history, yeah. So I know that the Huron, weren't they teamed up with the French? Wasn't it that? Because
remember, the borders of our nations don't matter.
They didn't at the time, I know that, but I only know of the teaming up of Huron and the French, the French don't seem to be an issue in this entire thing. This is just Britain and rebels. So I don't know anything about what's going to happen in this U.S. history-wise. I just know the Canadian one, like I said. And Canada doesn't exist at that time anyway, but parts of it do. You know, parts of it are land. Well, I don't know. Explorers came and messed things up, but I seem to remember that. I know that the Mohawk were not fans of anybody coming into that territory, but that I don't know as much about. So,
And these are Cherokee.
These are Cherokee. I don't even know where that is. I guess they're in North Carolina right now. So I guess that's down or south. Yeah, what will be North Carolina. Cherokee Nation is not known to me. I don't know much about them. So I would assume that the Mohawk would be way higher than that. Because that's where Ian ended up going. And that was like a long journey to go get Roger. Because they are more where the border would be. Maybe a bit down Michigan, up into Quebec and Ontario. That's their area. So that's a long journey if you're going to go talk with them. Anyway, did I forget anything? Oh, Tom Christie has been calling Claire a witch. You know how that's going to go down. Claire's been letting his daughter come, you know, learn science. That's not good. Tom Christie tried to smack her with a belt, but his damaged hand that he said was given to him by God is not allowing him to punish his daughter. So he wants to have surgery on it.
Well, that doesn't seem very biblical.
He wants to have surgery on it so he can go back to smacking his daughter around.
That seems very biblical.
That's exactly what he wants. So I'm not sure how that will go. But he did build the church, and Jamie said, well, this isn't going to be a church for just your religion. It's going to be for all religions. Anyone can come.
And a school.
And it's going to have a school with a bell and everything. And Tom was like, I guess. And then he got mad. He went to his home and turned over some milk that wasn't good because it was going to be made into butter, but he couldn't wait for that, so he got all mad. And then tried to smack his daughter around with a belt because she hadn't made the butter yet because she was spending too much time with Miss Fraser. And Jamie said, I don't want to hear you ever calling my wife a witch again or we're going to have some serious problems. But yeah, exactly. And told him he was, you know, the Freemason bond was still there, that he had to give to that oath was more important than his little Presbyterian or Protestant, whatever it is, Protestant religious hoo-ha. So that's where we're at. So we'll see. Will Claire get called a witch again? Probably. Will someone try to burn her at the stake again? Probably. Or dunk her in some water. But she's playing with fire trying to teach that daughter how to do stuff. Tom Christie is just the person you don't want to mess with. Because he is just going to build his religious following and then use it against you.
Yeah, because nothing ever goes wrong when that happens.
Well, yeah, he kind of knows the Browns don't like them, so he'd always cahoot with the Browns and get like a big army against Jamie and his people. So, I don't know. Anyway, if you like our videos, please subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time, bye!